Hey, you guys, welcome.
I'll get
This is
schedule Friday. Oh,
this is
hello
the
everyone.
this is the wild card weekend recap for the Green Bay Packers, and we all know what happened to the Green Bay Packers this last Saturday. First of all, uh, you're only gonna get two of us this week. Kenton is at a Bucks game, and Jackson has plans with his fiance or something like that.
Wife.
So,
He
yeah.
has a wife.
Well, that they're not married yet.
Mm.
They're not. Yeah, so they're not married yet.
They
but
still
yeah,
have a ring on it, so I still call it so.
but anyway, guys, yeah, you get two of us. So Phil, yeah, yeah.
We're just trying to cope and seethe as we go through this, okay?
Yeah. Where do you want to start? Do you want to
First of
start
all,
with the?
let's start with the bad. Okay?
Actually, I was going to start with the good thing.
Because I always like to end things on a good note. I want to get into a better mood by the end of this episode. So
Oh, the bad news. The bad news is,
Rich Bisaccia still has a job.
and we gave up an 18-point lead in the second half.
Yeah.
No, not even the second half. In the fourth quarter.
That was 15 in the fourth quarter because they scored that field goal in the
You
third.
know what? McManus, he has to go.
How does he still? I honestly, I'm looking at my Instagram and I'm going, how in the hell does he still have a job right now? Same with Rich Bisaccia.
I know why. I know why he has a job still. Because,
Yeah, it's Matt LaFleur.
no, because it's uncertain about Matt LaFleur's job. Also, and they are saying that they want to get something done with Matt LaFleur. But if that was true, they would already have it done by now. So I guarantee.
I think Matt LaFleur wants more years, and they're not willing to give it to him because it's like, okay, you have to prove it. Once you prove it, we'll give you the long-term deal.
Right now, he has 1 year left on his deal.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go into the year as a lame duck coach. I don't think that, but I also don't think that he'll get like a really, really long extension as well. That I think he wants.
But there is a rumor out there that they came out today from Adam Schefter. If the new president of the Packers and Matt LaFleur cannot come to an agreement,
Yeah.
This only happened 5 times in the NFL. Teams without a coach can call the Green Bay Packers and see if they can get a trade for Matt LaFleur.
Last one I think to be a coach to be traded was John Gruden.
Yeah, from the Raiders to the Bucks for a first round pick.
Yeah, I think he was the last coach to be traded. It's very, very rare that happens.
Yeah, it's rare it happens, yeah. But it looks like, yeah, go ahead. You were going to say something?
With that possibility, if that is indeed true, then they do. I'm just putting the hypotheticals out there. This is not true. Please People,
Yeah,
do not come after us. This is not true.
it's just a rumor. It's just a rumor, guys. But
Rumor. We are voicing our opinion. But if I were Matt LaFleur, I would say trade me to a place that already has a championship level team
well,
that's open. And
well,
there's only one
today,
now.
right, like about 4 hours ago, there's a job opening that came open.
Okay, maybe two. Both in the same division, actually.
Yeah, the Ravens and the.
Steelers.
But hear me out on this. I was watching all these sports shows right after Mike Tomlinson got fired, right?
He stepped down. He didn't. He just resigned.
But it's still they still don't have a coach. So, but the thing is, the Steelers need a QB also, right? So I've been hearing about if it's a big if Malafleur does get traded to the Steelers for a number one for a first round pick,
Mm-hmm.
and they need a QB, and who is the free agent QB of the Packers? It's Malik Willis. So that could be a
It could be
great.
interesting.
Yeah, that could be a good spot for Malik and take his head coach.
Although I would, if I were Pittsburgh, I'd say get rid of the toxicity, get rid of DK Metcalf, get rid of all these toxic people.
Why would you get rid of DK Metcalf? If you're gonna bring in Malik Willis, he needs weapons to throw to.
I don't know. Tomlin's culture there has not been the best. He's allowed divas to ruin the entire season.
Not really.
Antonio Brown, really?
Yeah, but remember, he cut.
Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, but he left. Mike Tomlin didn't want to sign it back.
And he took actually a lesser deal than the offer he got from Pittsburgh with the Jets.
Mm-hmm. But Mike Tomlin is the most winningest coach in Pittsburgh history.
I would say Chuck Noll would be, but
no, he's like 3 games over Chuck Noll right now.
And he only won one Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, each of the coaches won one Super Bowl each. I think
Chuck Noll has 4.
In the last year, I know Coward had 1.
Yeah, Super Bowl 40.
And then Mike Tomlin
43, yeah. I think it was 43, the one they won against Arizona.
Yeah, Mike Tomlinson went to 2 Super Bowls, won one. And lost one to the Packers.
That's,
so, yeah.
I believe the same situation with Cowher, except Cowher didn't go that quickly.
Yeah, I think he only did 1 and won 1.
He went to 2 because he lost one against the Cowboys in the early 90s.
Really? I cannot remember that. Yeah, but yeah, so
it was a dreadful game. When we talk about the game, I'm trying to piece it back piece by piece because we had everything humming. We were boom, 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 drive after drive after drive. And then somehow Brandon McManus with the wide kick. I granted it was 55 yards. It was the longest kick he ever attempted. Okay,
and it was
it
windy.
was a bit. It was a little bit windy,
It was a lot windy.
but that kick will go down in history. At least in Green Bay, it'll go down as like Scott Norwood's wide right in Buffalo. The Brandon McManus miss on that.
No, I don't.
It cursed us. It really did. It stopped all of our momentum.
No, I don't even. I really can't blame the kicker. I can't.
He missed 2 kicks and an extra point. How do you miss an extra point? How do you honestly miss an extra point by 10 yards? Like one of my golf shots.
Well, look at all the kickers in the Wildcard game. The Eagles kicker missed the extra kick. The Niners kicker missed the extra kick. We had 2 missed kicks last night in the Steelers Texans. We had a missed kick in the Rams and the Panthers game. So most of the kickers.
And this kind of bothers me too. Yes, I understand it's the playoffs, okay? It's anyone's game. But for the love of insert whoever you want there, for the love of God, take the points, people. Take the points and kick a field goal, please. Now, granted, we did try and he missed, okay? But that was also just to stop the bleeding as well.
But yeah.
Take the points, people. 3 points is better than 0.
But it sounds like that you're blaming the kicker, solely on the kicker. And that's not fair.
It spelled, it definitely dampened the room going into halftime.
Yeah, but they are a pro football team and they're pro athletes.
Which is why I would give Matt LaFleur a very, very short leash at this point. Because he's coming up just like John Harbaugh right now.
You can't say that because
John Harbaugh does the same exact things.
But you cannot compare John. You cannot compare John Harbaugh to Matt LaFleur. John Harbaugh.
The only way I can compare them right now is the fact that they blow ungodly leads and shoot themselves in the foot when it matters most. At least in recent history. I'm not saying their entire career. John Harbaugh has a better career.
Yeah, John Harbaugh has one thing that Matt LaFleur doesn't have. Is that Super Bowl ring.
Which was carried by that defense. Mostly because of Ed Reed and Ray Lewis,
But John Harbaugh, this year, too many injuries on defense, too many injuries.
And you don't think 16 injuries on the Packers had anything to do with it?
No, because look how we played in the first half.
And that's on Matt LaFleur.
21. But you cannot blame the coach for all of it. The players have to play. No doubt about it. The players have to play.
The one that should be cut today, outside of the kicker, okay? There's one player that should be cut today.
And you better not say Valentine or Nixon.
Keyshawn Nixon. He should be gone.
He should be gone.
Look at the DeAndre Swift touchdown. The first touchdown of the Bears game. Okay? Look at that play. Look at it. Keyshawn Nixon pulled a Cam Newton and just went, "Yeah, I'm not going to go ahead and tackle him."
Let me ask you this: weren't you and Kenton happy about Keyshawn Nixon when he got that winning game pick in the first matchup of the Bears and the Packers in the first game this
He
season?
He recovered quickly because he slipped.
But I remember that you guys were all excited about it. You're praising Keyshawn Nixon about that pick.
My
But
point
now
is, on a running play, you do not back up from the ball carrier. You go in and drill him. You do not back away from the play.
He's a corner.
I understand that, but your job on the defense is to hit the ball carrier.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, corners are built different. They do not like to tackle. Name one corner that loves to tackle in the running game. There's not that many.
Charles Woodson.
Yeah, I know he did. And look what happened. He broke his collarbone in the Super Bowl.
He broke his collarbone jumping for a pass. He was trying to intercept it.
But if you look around the league, there's no corners that love to tackle the running backs. And I know he didn't play that well this season. And the thing is
that play, the fact that you jump away from the play, that's what I'm having issue with. It reminded me of Cam Newton jumping away from the fumble football.
I wouldn't compare that play to that play
because it looked the same in terms of how they basically went, "Oh yeah, nope." It looked like they were originally going to go for it, and then they decided, "Nope, I'm not."
Yeah, but at that moment, everybody does stuff different.
Then
I blame it on the defense because
the play that's haunting me right now in my sleep, I'm still. It's one of the most unbelievable throws I have ever seen anyone make.
You gotta, like you guys tell me, you gotta get over it.
I can't get over it because of the fact I've never seen anything like that before.
What throw?
The 4th and 8 throw from Caleb Williams to Rome Odunze. In quadruple coverage, there was 4 guys around Rome Odunze, okay? There were 4 defenders around Rome Odunze.
That was just the perfect throw.
Perfect throw from no feet on the ground. He threw it with no feet on the ground. That's what's so insane about it. It's like, huh? How in the hell do you get it with that much, first of all, velocity, and then just kind of just perfectly throw it? It defies reality, honestly.
That's why he's a quarterback.
It defies reality. I don't even think Patrick. I got to be honest with you. I don't even think Patrick Mahomes can do that.
It's just like how Jordan Love always throws off his back feet and gets the perfect style and accuracy to his receivers. You can't explain how they do it, but they do it.
But
that makes
at least with Jordan Love, he's at least getting some hip torsion and stuff like that. How do you even have the torsion enough when you're in the air to zip the ball like that? It's just defying physics, honestly.
Have you seen Aaron Rodgers at his prime?
He didn't attempt to throw like that, though. He did a lot of moves. He did a lot of throws on the run. He did not want.
And
He did not do. He did not do one jumping into the air.
oh yeah, he did. He had so much torque on his upper body. He didn't even have to set his feet. That's what makes elite quarterback different from other quarterbacks.
And kudos to Caleb Williams as well. He has this supernatural ability to play by play. He really doesn't allow anything to get to him.
Well, if we had Micah Parsons, I think it would have affected him a little bit. But we had no pass rush. Once again, Gary needs to go.
Here's a statistic for you that you may find interesting. All offensive Bears possessions in all 3 games this year. All three games. Every single offensive possession all came from behind. They did not have the lead once.
Well,
every single offensive snap.
Well, I was going to go there. I was going to say, did you know the Packers in all 3 games never trailed in the game with the Bears?
Until it was too late.
No, it was all in the fourth quarter for everything. All 3 games came down to the
one was overtime. The one was overtime, but
with the Bears,
the DJ Moore long bomb to in overtime.
No, I don't think it went into overtime yet.
That was overtime. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
The reason why I say that is because it reminded me so much of the Jermaine Curse.
No, wait. How was it over?
They tied the game at 16. Then they threw a deep bomb to DJ Moore in overtime.
But
22-16.
No, remember, because we tried to get the ball back on onside kick and we fumbled it. Then after that play, it was the long bomb to DJ Moore for the touchdown.
That was to tie it.
The field, the onside kick.
The onside kick, they recovered that, and it was just a tie. That was for 16-16, because it was like 9-7 at that, or 16-9 or something like that.
Was it? Point.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Like you guys got me on. You got me on this all year long when I said.
I know.
The Packers are not the second half team. We always play down to our team, and you guys, you all year long, you guys bashed me and bashed me and bashed me all over.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, I don't want to tell you guys I told you so.
Well, how's about this statistic as well? We have not won a game since Micah Parsons went out.
We were going into this playoff game on a 4-game losing streak, but the Bears would also come into that game on a 3-game winning streak. So, yeah.
But I mean, honestly, kudos to the Bears. They were the better team. They finished it out. I don't know what the hell they did defensively. I'm not one to look at.
Oh, you know what they did in you know what they did in the second half.
They applied pressure.
No,
they did.
They
made Jordan Love scared.
That's not the case. In the first half, Jordan Love could do everything he wanted
because he had time.
Then finally, in the second half, they knew. And if we take away the deep and the cross routes, nothing's gonna get open, and they did. And kudos to them. They made adjustments, and we did it. Now,
Hey,
now look for
remind me why we didn't run that Christian Watson slant anymore.
they knew it was coming. We ran twice in the first game, and it worked. Then we did it in the second game, and it kind of worked. So they knew.
That's how he scored the touchdown.
Yeah, and they knew it was going to come again somehow, and they had it perfectly planned out on defense for that play.
That final DJ Moore touchdown in this game, that was brilliantly schemed up by Ben Johnson. Because what they did is they disguised basically the same formation you remember that Luther Burden screen earlier in the game?
Yeah.
They set up that exact same formation. So the Packers played the screen thinking that it was going to go to Luther Burden, and boom, DJ Moore's wide open.
But yeah. But
so the Packers played the screen and got beat.
I mean,
and to be fair, I have in all my years of living here in the state of Illinois near Chicago, I have never ever heard Soldier Field that loud. It was thunderous.
But I think it would have been a different game if we had Tucker Kraft and Micah Parsons.
Definitely with Tucker Kraft. I'm not. I think Tucker Kraft would have been a big X factor.
Yeah, but we're missing that presence in the middle.
And here's the problem. Here's the big problem. Colston Loveland is going to be a problem for the Packers the next couple of years. He is really good.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about Tucker Kraft.
Colston Loveland's 21.
And Tucker Kraft is 23 or 24?
Still, the fact that he could do this well in his rookie year, he's going to be a problem for a long time.
Well, he did because our corners are crap.
Well, and also we put Quay Walker on him most of the time too.
And you guys didn't believe me when I said our secondary was crap at the beginning of the season.
Every single media pundit said yes. They improved drastically on the defensive line with Micah Parsons. What's going to help when someone gets open?
Yeah, but I'm just going to go back and go like. I don't want to say I told you so, but everything that I said during the season was absolutely correct on what I said. And you guys came down on me.
Jeff Hafley should not, honestly, because of that performance, Jeff Hafley should not be even sniffed. I don't think he'll be sniffed at with Atlanta.
Well, I heard that he had 3 interviews lined up. One is with the Raiders, one is with the Giants, and one is with the Baltimore Raiders.
Baltimore, I can see.
Yeah, so we might lose Jeff Hafley to one of those teams.
But if I were the Falcons, I wouldn't sniff Jeff Hafley.
I would.
See, the thing is that my logic would be, hey, you blew a lead just like we did in the Super. The only difference is we did it in the Super Bowl. But you blew the
Yeah,
same kind of lead.
but you know who the offensive coordinator was?
Kyle Shanahan
Blowing the lead
in the Super
in the
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was Kyle
It,
Shanahan.
it, and Matt LaFleur was on that staff as a co-offensive play caller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan and Matt LaFleur were both on that sideline.
Yeah, so
And now you
I
have
don't
to
know
and
why.
now Chicago has to face Mike LaFleur, Matt's brother.
Why does he have to face Michael LaFleur?
Mike LaFleur is the offensive coordinator for the Rams.
But it looks like he might get a head coach job. That said, he's one of the candidates for one of the open jobs.
We'll see.
I think
I mean, this is just me personally, but I think that the hiring process should start after the entire league year is done, after the Super Bowl. So therefore, people
oh
can have it.
man,
So therefore, people can have a fair play.
yeah, but it doesn't work like that.
I understand. I would like it to work that way, though.
Yeah, but yeah,
Therefore, everyone can have an even playing field.
well,
Week of
yeah, but
preparation.
it's sports, so you're never gonna get an even playing field.
No, you're not.
So yeah, so
Although, good luck to the LA Rams this weekend.
I'm rooting for the Bears.
I am too, honestly. This is
I, I,
you'll know. It's a weird thing for me to say, but
I'm rooting for the underdogs.
that's another thing too. They're like a 4.5 point underdog
They
at
are.
home.
Yeah, they are. But yeah, anyway, yeah.
Hang on, hang on. Let me just see here.
The
I'm
Packers
just
are
looking
gonna.
at.
The
So
Packers.
I'm looking right now at Chicago.
Right now, I know that the good news about the Green Bay Packer is
Mm.
next year we're getting back all the boys. Tucker Kraft's coming back. Micah's coming back. But we are -10 over the cap right now as we stand. And
10 over the cap.
and the Green Bay Packers, they have to make some tough
Do you
decisions.
know what time the game is?
Huh?
What time is the game on Sunday?
5:30.
Oh, oh no. Oh, no. So it's the evening game on Sunday, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking I want the Bears to win, but I know the Rams are gonna.
5:30.
Okay. So it's a 5:30 game.
It's a 5:30 game there, so it's
Yeah, it's in Chicago. Oh, it's going to be a
2:30.
17-mile-an-hour wind with
Ooh,
temperatures in the single digits.
well, I don't like that for the Rams. I don't like that
Yeah,
for the Rams. I do not like that for the Rams.
a 20-mile-an-hour wind with a single-digit temperature, standing temperature, not including wind chill. Wind chill temperature is probably going to be in the negatives.
So yeah, let's talk about the Packers here. We are -10 over the cap, and they have some tough decisions to make.
That defense definitely needs a restructuring for sure.
Yeah, but there's a lot of free agents that are coming up this year.
Quay is
Quay
one of them, right?
Quay Walker,
Mm.
Devontae Wyatt.
Wyatt was playing well before he got injured. He was playing very well. He did well in Kenny Clark's absence. He did really well.
Well, that's why we drafted in the first round.
Hmm. Yeah, if I'm being honest with you, as much as I hate to say it, I think he's played well. If there's a way to keep Quay Walker and get rid of Rashawn Gary,
I
I
would
would do
give
that.
I would give Richard one more season.
But he didn't do anything even with Micah Parsons. That's the problem.
No, he led the NFL in sacks from week 1 to week 4. So, but yeah, Quay Walker's up. Devontae Wyatt is up. Romeo Dobbs is up. Elton Jenkins is up.
1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right, people. Who would you sign out of these four free agents on the Packers? Would you sign Devontae Wyatt, Quay Walker, I think Romeo Dobbs, and also Elton Jenkins? If I was re-signing the Green Bay Packers free agency, I would re-sign Quay.
Okay, thank you.
Quay Walker, Devontae Wyatt, and Elton Jenkins, and I would let Romeo Dobbs walk. But that's my personal opinion.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so I was telling the audience my personal opinion on who I was telling them who I would sign and who I would let go.
Wyatt is a definite must-have.
Yeah,
He's a good run stopper.
Yeah,
Plays the run very well.
so I said I would keep Quay Walker. I would keep Devontae Wyatt, and I'll keep Elton Jenkins, and let Romeo Dobbs walk. We have too many receivers in our receiver room.
Yeah, and Matthew Golden just proved he's a stud.
We also have Christian Watson, Jalen Reed, Savion Williams, Matthew Gordon.
Yeah, Golden's a stud.
And Luke Musgrave, but I think he's going to be gone. But we do have Tucker Craft coming back also, so that's a crowded wide receiver and tight end. And I know Kenton's going to get mad at me for this, but yeah, I would let Romeo Dobbs walk to a different team. Because we're negative 10 million over the cap. And we don't need Romeo Dobbs. To tell you the truth, That's the honest truth. I don't think we need Romeo Dobbs. But what do you think? Do we need Romeo Dobbs, or we can let him go?
Golden can easily replace him.
Yeah,
Go with
yeah, totally. So,
and his health is a really big issue too.
yeah, the concussion.
Yeah, he has a long history of concussions.
And yeah,
And prayers out to the Bears player TJ Edwards. That looked nasty. That did not look good. Prayers out to him. Hope he's doing okay. Evidently, their starting left tackle also
yeah,
is out for the season.
Yep.
Thankfully, they got a little bit of depth at that position. But
so let me ask you, what do you think the Packers' big needs are in the offseason? My opinion.
You definitely need to find a backup, a serviceable backup for Zach Tom.
My opinion is we need to find a new left tackle. Rashid Walker is going to be a free agent, and I don't think that we're going to re-sign him.
Yeah, I don't think he's also worth top notch money.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not worth left tackle money.
Well, top notch left tackle money, but
yeah, not up there with the big boys. And more, I think we need to get more depth on the O line. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely need some depth in the O line.
And then we need
the other one. The other one is do something about that cornerback room. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's where I was gonna go next. We need to revamp that corner room. The safeties are okay.
Both are really good.
Yeah, I love the safeties. I love McKinney.
By the way, do you know how many snaps Trevon Diggs played?
I think it's like 5.
One play. He played one play, and that was the screen. That was the screen to Luther Burden, and he got destroyed by that.
I thought that was Valentine got destroyed.
That was also Diggs too.
But Diggs played pretty well in that last Vikings game. But yeah, we got it. And honestly, I think Diggs is gonna play a little bit better when Micah Parsons.
Because everyone's plays better when Micah plays.
Not really, not Valentine. When Micah was there, he was still missing tackles.
I don't even know why he still was here after that play with Goddard. I don't even know why he was even on the team after that play with Goddard last year.
We had nobody at the corner position this year,
and that's a fault of Gutekunst.
They did get Nate Hobbs, but he got hurt all the time. Then he got some more corners, but they got hurt. The thing is, I think we should look at the training staff and see why are all these players getting injured. What are they doing?
Then you would have to look at the entire league then. Because there's a lot of people that have very peculiar injuries and somehow don't get... I mean, it's all across the league. Good example. Do you think Kyler Gordon played a good game on Saturday?
Who?
Kyler Gordon, the one corner for the Bears. They were picking on him all the game. Packers were picking on him all game.
Yeah, but he showed up in the second second half.
They were picking on him in the second half. That's how
And-
Golden got one first down at the end of the
yeah,
game.
but that was on a screenplay to Golden.
Not the touchdown, the first down at the end of the game. To the left.
No, I need to go back to rewatch it again. I rewatched the game.
The Matthew Golden first down at the end of in the fourth quarter.
And you know what else is horrible about the Packers?
Hmm.
Game management.
Can't manage the clock worth a damn. He must have learned that from Andy Reid.
Because I swear to God, every time we get in the huddle, the play clock is down to 8 or 10 seconds.
We had only one delay of game penalty, but we had to burn timeouts because we were going to get flagged.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If we had good game management, we still would have had a timeout or two left.
Do you also think that it was also a crowd noise factor as well?
No. You guys are a professional football team. Crowd noise shouldn't bother you guys.
If that's the case, then how come Eli Manning had 11 false starts against the Seahawks in 2007? 11 false starts directly related to crowd noise.
That's Eli.
What's Jordan Love's excuse? Eli is better than Jordan at this point.
Eli isn't even a Hall of Fame quarterback. He just got lucky.
Smart.
He just got lucky and got traded to a good team. That's it. He's never going to be better than his brother. He's never going to go into the Super Bowl. He's never going to go into the Hall of Fame. And I'm sick and tired of fans bashing Jordan Love. He played lights out in that game.
Let me ask you this. Is Drew Brees a Hall of Famer?
Yes, he is.
Why?
Look what he did with his career. He's second in the league in passing touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
He's first in passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
He had a Super Bowl. He did it with two teams. The Chargers. Who cares about the MVP? So you're telling me that?
So that's always been the knock against Eli. Yeah, he has 2 Super Bowls, but he doesn't play well in the regular season. So,
yeah, but that's way different than Drew Brees. Drew Brees. That guy's amazing. He was, but not his last 2 years.
Now let me ask you this.
He should have retired earlier.
Because I really don't think that there's a lot of Hall of Famers that we're seeing right now in the league outside of quarterbacks. There's a couple. Travis Kelce is a Hall of Famer. Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer. But outside of those, what defensive player right now do you think is a Hall of Famer?
Micah Parsons.
and Miles Garrett,
Miles Garrett, yeah.
possibly TJ Watt.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you gotta. I'll say Fred Warner.
I don't know.
No, oh, that guy's gonna get it. First thought,
Any corners or safeties though? I don't think so.
corners. Jalen Ramsey, but he's at the end of his career, so
Yeah, I
he's
don't
gonna,
think he'll get in.
I think he's gonna make
He
it
might.
into that.
He might make it. He might make a case for it, but I don't think he'll get in.
Oh no, he's getting in. He he's been good with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's been good with. He won a Super Bowl with the LA Rams. He's gonna get in.
Also, I was hearing this from a local Chicago personality, sports talk personality. His entire career, his entire life, he's hated Aaron Rodgers. He's hated Aaron Rodgers, especially after Aaron Rodgers said, "I still own you." That was the bar that he just like, you know what? Nothing could ever make me like this guy.
But
Nothing that guy does. And he said it was so nice to see Aaron Rodgers' last throw go for a pick six.
yeah, and that guy's just jealous. That's it. When I saw that, I was depressed.
He's got a wife now.
But I was depressed.
I think he's going to retire after that.
That was it. He had a good career. I gotta give all respect to that guy.
And then the fact he went to how many championship games? Basically carrying McCarthy's fat ass.
Yeah, that's why I give it a lot more credit than other people do. He might be an asshole. Excuse my language.
He is.
Yeah, he might be an asshole, but he was all asshole in Green Bay for 18 years.
Towards the end, though, he started really getting on my nerves.
He's done a lot for the Green Bay Packers in the 18 years.
I understand that.
And some of these fans, they don't look at that part.
Well, because they have, unfortunately, most sports fans have the memory of a goldfish. So
I remember the day that he got drafted.
Yeah, I do too.
In
and
05.
You know who the only one that predicted that was?
I predicted it.
Mike Marin.
No, Torrey Holt did too. If you go back, Torrey Holt.
The
said,
first one to actually predict it was Mike Marin.
I don't know who Mike Marin is.
The form who was that one that was the GM, the ESPN analyst that became the GM of the Raiders for a while? Mike Mayock.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Mike Mayock.
Yeah. He did, and also I think Mel Kiper did too.
No, that was way late though.
Because
everyone provides it like way late. But Mike Mayock was the first one I distinctly remember.
Because in that draft, if you look, there was only 2 QBs that were worth a first round pick, and that was Rodgers and
Smith.
But I don't know. I mean, we had the 24th pick overall, and there was a lot of other teams that needed a QB. A lot of the Redskins, and they took somebody else over Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why they did that. I knew if he got past the Redskins, there's no other team that needed a quarterback that year. No.
Not even the Packers, technically.
Yeah, but we had Brett Favre, but Ted, at the time, the GM was Ted Thompson. And Ted Thompson came from some other kind of a tree where they always take a quarterback every single year. Ever since 2001, the Green Bay Packers would draft a quarterback every single year. If it's the 7th or the 6th round, they'll draft a QB. If they have a first round QB, they would take him no matter what. They would take the best player on the board at that time. And at that time, at the 24th spot, the best player on that board is Aaron Rodgers at that spot. And so they took Aaron Rodgers, and he sat behind Brett Favre 3 seasons, came in.
Well,
he didn't look that bad. So
because it was his third year starting that he won the Super Bowl.
No, he got drafted in.
He started in 2008, right?
He was drafted in 05. Favre left Green Bay
in 07.
Yeah, summer of 07. And then
he left in summer of 08 after the 07 season.
Yeah, the Aaron Rodgers came in. He lost the playoffs to the Arizona Cardinals, and the next year, when he was 27 years old, went to the Super Bowl and won it.
He started for 3 years, though, didn't he? Because it started in 08, went to 09, and then won the Super Bowl in 2010.
Yeah.
Okay. And Jordan Love's in his what year now? Second?
No, third. Third season ever.
This was his third season?
Yeah, as a starter. He'll be 27.
He was 27. He already is. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He just turned 27. So that's why we all thought that he might take the next step.
Packers fans, please stop obsessing about the number 27. Not only we're saying, oh, everyone's going to win it because he's 27, but we couldn't score more than. I don't think we've scored more than 27 points. Maybe twice this year.
Yeah, but Brett Favre was 27 when he won it.
I know. Bart Starr was too.
Aaron Rodgers was 27. Bart Starr was 27.
I know.
So everybody's like, there's something with that number 27.
Yeah, but then you keep on bringing it up, and now we couldn't score more than 27 except for a couple of games.
But I'm the one who said, don't get caught up on all the hype. And you guys are the ones that told me different.
Hindsight's 50-50, whatever.
And Kenton was the worst one ever. Tell me. I was totally wrong about this team. This is a Super Bowl team. I'm like, what makes you think this is a Super Bowl team? And I asked you the same question too. And I asked Jackson the same thing.
The reason why we always thought that it was a Super Bowl caliber team was because we could get to the quarterback like that. Ever since Micah Parsons went down, I have not seen any pass rush.
But
One maybe 2 sacks a game.
but didn't I say that all year long? Even though we had Michael Parsons, I'm like, with your eye test, do they really look like a Super Bowl team? And I go, no, they don't. Because the Packers play down to their opponents. They really do. Look at the loss against the Carolina Panthers. If
No,
we were,
the worst loss I think was the one to the Browns,
yeah,
considering how dog shit that team was.
yeah. See, and I said the same thing after that game, and you guys told me that I was wrong about it. Blah, blah, blah.
That last pick by Love was on him. That was on Love to have them score the field goal.
Yeah, but what did you guys tell me? I go when I said this is not a Super Bowl team. My eye test says this is not a Super Bowl team.
I will give Jordan Love credit. I don't ever blame him on. I think he played his ass off this game.
He played his ass off every year, all year long.
But
he only made
is
one mistake.
More often than not, he turns into Brett Favre at the worst possible moments, and he just goes yeet and just chucks it up in the air and hopes and says a prayer, hoping that somebody comes down with it.
Because he's being aggressive. What do you guys want him to do? You guys want him to be aggressive, but when he does play aggressive, you guys knock the kid.
Here's the thing, Jay. I don't mind aggressiveness. But the reason why you're aggressive more often than not is because you're behind in the game. And you're behind in the game because you couldn't move the ball earlier. So now you have to do something hero ball like. And guess what? You're not Brett Favre. And Brett Favre wasn't Brett Favre. Okay? More often than not, he threw the most dumbass picks I've ever seen in my life. I mean, look at that Brian Dawkins one against the Eagles. I don't think Brian Dawkins had an easier pick in his life.
But that makes his game. He's a superstar like that. So you're telling me if the coach goes to Brett Favre, hey, don't play so aggressive. You're taking a part of his game away. That's part of his game.
Well, here's
like this.
I honestly do think that for a majority of his career, Brett Favre was at least complimented with very good receivers throughout his career.
Well, Aaron Rodgers was too. So Brett Favre
had 2 Hall of Famers on his team.
Who?
Sterling Sharp.
Yeah, but he wasn't a first ballot.
He was a first ballot Hall of Famer. And one that should be looked at is Donald Driver. He should be considered for the Hall of Fame.
He's in the Packers Hall of Fame, but I don't think
he's in Canton, but he should be. He should be in Canton.
No, his numbers are way not there. They look at the numbers, and his numbers are not up to par. Way better receivers than Donald Driver that year.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, Donald Driver had the longevity on his side.
Yep. 10,137 yards.
And how many touchdowns?
61.
Yeah, that's number.
He is the Packers' all-time leader in receptions and receiving yards.
Yeah, but that's the Packers. What about the whole NFL?
Do you realize how long the history of the Packers goes? The only one he ever beat, it took until Donald Driver to beat Don Hudson in the 1940s.
But yeah, but you gotta compare that to the era when he was playing. You guys have somebody like Jerry Rice, Bruce Smith for
Reggie.
the receivers. I forgot the name of the
Who's
receivers
Bruce?
for the,
You mean Steve Smith?
no, for the Denver Broncos. Smith something. Smith.
Steve Smith Sr.
No, that was the Carolina Panthers
Mm-hmm.
receiver. But yeah, anyway, if you compare Don Driver to the receivers that he played with in his era, his numbers don't hold up against any of those guys. So, but like I said, I told you guys all year long.
Again, kudos to the Bears. They played a great game. I'm already seeing shirts being sold for 21-3.
Yep. And
that unfortunately is going to be a meme.
And
it may have cleared the air about 28-3, honestly.
But I gotta get one for punishment.
For what?
I lost the bet. And you know who I lost the bet against?
Chiefs fan?
Huh? No.
Chiefs fan?
No. Paul Farrington. The Viking fan. I'm like, oh God. I'm not looking forward to wearing that. But we have a long off season.
A lot of things to correct.
A lot of decisions to make.
A lot of decisions to make and a lot of ways to improve our team too.
Especially the first decision is if Matt LaFleur is coming back. That is the biggest issue.
I think he is. I think he is. I just want to know the years. How many years is he extended for?
Well, I heard it's not official. I hear the Packers new president wants to maybe give him like another 2 or 3 more year prove it deal.
That's what I would do, honestly.
But Matt LaFleur wants to get paid like the top coaches. And the top coaches are making $16 or $15 million a year. And I think that is where the hiccup is on a new contract. Because the Packers they want to spend around 9 or 10 million a year. So they're $6 million apart.
Man.
And I heard that, Mike Tomlinson resigned. I heard that he's not going to coach for next year. He might just take a rest, or he might just take a broadcaster job for a year and coach the next year. So,
how old is he?
Tomlinson is 56, I believe. He got the job. He got that. He was
in his
34. So 34 plus 18 years. He's been with the Steelers for 18 years. I think it's 50.
He's 53.
Yeah, 53. Okay. Yeah.
Holy shit, was he young?
Yeah, he was 30 something, right? And he was the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings before he got hired. So, well, guys.
I'm just realizing that. Holy shit, he was young.
Yeah, he was a young guy. And Bill Coward was the same way. He was a young guy when he got hired.
Well, when he got hired, but now when he won his first Super Bowl, because the only Super Bowl was
it was with, and
against
that team was stacked.
They got there by the literal. I'm not kidding you. They literally got there by the shoelaces.
Well, you know who did it? Jerome Bettis, the bus.
Yeah, he fumbled the ball, and Big Ben tripped up the defender's shoelaces.
Yep.
And then Vanderchook just went.
It
honestly looked like one of my golf shots.
Yeah, but you know what they said to make it to the Super Bowl? You gotta have luck, too. You gotta have a little bit of the luck to make the Super Bowl.
Honestly, whatever the Bears stuff is right now, it's real.
Not really. They're playing an easy schedule.
Do you think that? Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Washington Commanders did the same thing last year. They went to the championship game.
Yeah, because they had an easy schedule because they were the bottom of the team the previous year. Every bottom team.
The only thing different is the fact that the Commanders are the oldest team in the NFL.
Well, what does that have to do with having the easiest schedule?
That, I think, played into it as well. The age, this year at least. Because, wow.
Oh, no. This year, it was the injury to Jaden Daniels. No doubt about it. Because he's a superstar quarterback. And if you don't have a quarterback.
Looking forward to this weekend. Who do you got winning?
I got the Rams winning. I got the Broncos winning. I got the Niners winning. And I got the... Who else was playing again? No, I think
Patriots, Bills. Or no, Patriots, Texans.
Well, I got the Texans. I like the Patriots, but I think the Texans have.
Man, that defense is smothering.
No, that defense is for real. But there is more. There is one concern for the Texans right now. That the starting wide receiver Nico Collins went out with a concussion last night. And if he doesn't pass the concussion protocol, he's not going to play. So, but yeah.
I actually have the Bears. I have the Bears winning.
Yeah, give me your picks.
I got the Bears winning. I don't know the score, but I got the Bears.
Yeah.
I could also see a road upset as well. Bills down. Bills defeat Denver.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Only reason I don't believe in that. I don't believe, but I don't think they have. I mean, how many? Reverse. Yeah, I mean, virtually the Bears and the Broncos are the same. Just about. They go into fourth quarter with a significant defeat, and then they just kick it into high gear. And then
No.
the only difference is Broncos don't win all of them.
Oh, no. You got it. Come on, Phil. Really? Come on. Do I got to tell you something about that? Can I, can it rebuttal?
I don't believe.
No, can I rebuttal, though?
Why do they get off to such sluggish starts?
You're telling me you think the Bears and the Broncos are the same team?
I think the Bears have proven themselves to win it in the final minutes. The Broncos have not.
Have you seen the Bears defense?
Have you also seen Matt Stafford against Carolina? He got picked off a couple times.
But when it counted, he came through.
And do you also realize how big the turnover differential for the Bears is? It's in the 20s.
And the Rams have a pass rush. Not like the Packers. The Rams have a great defensive line and linebackers. They can get after.
Yeah,
They
but not a
can,
good secondary.
yeah, but they can get after the QB. The Bears, they have no pass rush. Their secondary is garbage. And they have to face Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams and Matt Stafford throwing the ball. How are you going to stop Puka and Devontae at the same time?
I'll also give you this one. How well is LA going to fare in 9-degree weather with a 20-mile-an-hour wind?
Well, you gotta remember.
I know. Devontae Adams was in the division.
Devontae was in the NFC North, where he had to play outside of the court.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly the important guy is Matt Stafford. Remember, he played in Detroit and in Green Bay and in Minnesota when Minnesota used to not have a dome. And went to and played at Soldier Field. So the QB is the most important part, and Matt Stafford, he played in that weather a long time, so it's not going to affect him at all, and it's not going to affect. It's not going to affect. That's like you have Devontae Adams, and Puka Nacua came from a college where it got cold also. People don't realize that.
Where does he come from?
I think he was someplace up north. I forgot where it is. But I don't think the weather is. I really don't think the weather is going to have an effect on this game.
Which is why I also don't think Josh Allen will never be deterred in Denver.
Yeah,
that's his old college stomping grounds.
Yeah, but I mean, Broncos have a great pass rush. and 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 the
Yeah,
Bills
but
offensive line doesn't look that great.
well, hand it to James Cook. See what he does.
Yeah, but did you know in the wildcard game, the leading rusher in that game against the Jaguars was Josh Allen?
Hmm.
Yeah, he was the leading rusher for
Although
the
he was
Bills.
carried for some of those yards as well by his offensive lineman.
Yeah, and they
um,
and they and
I'll go
they
with it. I'll go with the Texans beating the Patriots.
that yeah. I like that.
I'll go with the Texans beating the Patriots.
Yeah, that defense is for real.
They'll put Drake Bay into a coffin.
Yeah, I think Drake May is gonna have a long night.
That thing is just swarming. If you ever see like a beehive when it's
Oh
agitated,
my god.
that's how that defense plays. It's like a beehive. It just and
You know what that team reminds me of? The Texas team right now. The team that Peyton Manning was on his last year when he was in Denver, where that defense carried Peyton Manning to the Super Bowl. I think the Texans defense is gonna carry CJ Stroud all the way to the Super Bowl. I just have a funny feeling.
what's the final game? Oh yeah, I'll go with the one seed. I'll take the Seahawks. I like how they look
Oh,
against. I like how they look against San Francisco the last time they played last week of the season.
oh man, I still don't trust Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is gonna be the X factor.
So basically, the higher seeds in the NFC, the lower seeds in the AFC.
Okay,
That's how I'll go.
for me, I'm
Seahawks, Bears, uh, Bills, Texans.
uh, me. I go the other way. I go Broncos and the Bills. No, Broncos and Texas. Broncos and Texans. And then on the NFC, I take the Rams and the Niners. So, all right, guys, that's our pick for the divisional round. So,
Mm-hmm. It's going to be an interesting weekend, that's for sure.
yes. And don't forget, guys, I'll be doing every single game up to the Super Bowl.
Are you going to stream the Puppy Bowl too? Or the
No,
Lingerie Bowl?
no,
Not going to do the Lingerie Bowl?
no. I'm keep you away from that. I don't want to offend the ladies out there. But anyway, guys,
You pig.
we are so close to 2,700 subscribers. Let's
Thanks
get it
again. Thanks again, Tom, for your raid the other night.
and let's get it done by the Super Bowl. I know we
How
can do
many subscribers are we away?
it. 34.
Let's get him. I'm
Yes.
only 10 away from 50, so.
All right. 34 away, guys. 34 away. And I'm only about 720 hours away from getting monetized. So let's try to get that to by my birthday next month. That would be a great birthday gift from you guys to me.
Now you can be sponsored by Red Bull.
I reached out to Red Bull. I'm still waiting for a response back. So, but yeah, guys.
Sorry,
Well,
I'm fading fast. I got to get going to bed.
Yes, but yeah, guys, we'll see you next week.
Oh,
And we appreciate all you got. And like I always say, stay safe, stay positive, and always go back out. And I'll see you next time. All right, guys. You have a good one. And later.